Jasmine.
No.
I'm getting vanilla.
No.
Tahitian vetiver.
No.
Rose.
No.
Oud.
No.
Bergamot.
Yes.
It's a Chanel.
No.
It's a Paco Rabanne.
No.
No, it's a niche fragrance.
No.
Dior.
Yes.
Fahrenheit.
No.
Dior Homme.
No.
Hang on. La Nuit de l'Homme.
That's not even Dior.
Dior Sauvage.
Yes. How do you do that?
Just practice. Hello everyone, welcome to Mr. Smelly's Fragrance Reviews. Remember, you can still vote for my league table video stuff in the comments below, and if you just want to say which is your favourite fragrance at the moment, I vote for that. We'll count those up and there'll be another league video coming soon. Moving on then, let's get into the subject at hand today. So it's inexpensive fragrances. I've got 5 new ones, only one of which I've ever mentioned, I think, on my channel. So number 1, it's going to be Yardley Citrus Wood, formerly known as Yardley Citrus and Wood. It smells extremely similar to Terre d'Hermès by Hermes, a real classic fragrance. So what this has in common with that is that real earthy orange feel, a kind of dirty orange that's been rolled in earth, some people say. There's lots of vetiver in this scent and a really nice tangy citrus feel, but not an out and out fresh one because of that woodiness from the vetiver. A really classic scent, and for me, never owned Terre d'Hermès, smelled it plenty of times, but I find this such a good substitute for it that I really like it. Some people say longevity is not great. I find it to be okay on this one, and the performance is quite good. The price, an amazing, I think it was $10.99. I got 50 mils in the UK. Might be a bit more expensive online than that now, but still well worth it, and you can get it around the world, I think. As for the performance thing, I found it okay, but I always say when 2 hours go by, it's time to reapply anyway. And with this little 50ml bottle, if you're wearing it as a work scent or something, you can just stick it in your coat pocket, or if you have a bag that you take to work. It's not that easy to have, not that hard to have it with you and keep yourself topped up throughout the day. So Yardley Citrus and Wood, highly recommended, fantastic value for money. Next up then, it's this one, Lanvin Avant Garde. A few videos out there on this one, people mention it from time to time, and what we've got here is beeswax, tobacco, a little bit of bergamot freshness, and pink pepper. So some nice sweet type of freshness I think you get with things like pink pepper, and also a real nice honey effect with that beeswax thing. And the tobacco note in this one is very nicely done, a little bit understated but very pleasant, just quite unique actually. Doesn't quite smell like anything else I've smelled out there. If you want a warming sweet scent that's versatile and that you can also wear to work, it's not too overpowering, I think it's a great option. People compare it to Yves Saint Laurent's La Nuit de l'Homme. It's in the ballpark, but quite different to my nose. Some people say it's actually a lot better than that. Again, performance is quite good, and I think this could be a really sexy scent. Could this be the juice that will make the ladies loose? Maybe, because I think it's got that seductiveness that we get with some of the darker, sweeter scents, but it's quite refined at the same time. A lovely bottle on that one, and again, I got 50ml for about £10 in the UK, so really great prices around the world on that one. Highly recommended. Moving on then, what's next? It's a fresh one this time. It's La Maison de Senteuse, and this one is called Verveine Citron, which just translates to lemon verbena in French. This one is fantastic. It opens up with a sort of lemon sherbet, fizzy citrus freshness. And then we've got a little bit of muskiness, and on my skin I get quite a nice freshness that's mixed with a musky, masculine kind of aura, and it lasts really well on my skin. I do douse myself quite heavily as it's a fresh, inoffensive citrus scent, great for daytime. Again, I got it really cheap, 50 mils from Marks and Spencer in the UK was I think £7.99. I think you can get it in other parts of the world. I haven't looked into that properly, but I think it can be done. But here in the UK, a brilliant option. It reminds me actually actually of Selection Vert from Creed, a really expensive citrus one that has a reputation for not lasting long. Maybe a little bit like Mugler Cologne, this one as well, maybe. And it also, if you like lemon verbena, that's the main player in the wonderful Green Irish Tweed by Creed. And so this has some things in common with that, although it's a little bit different, but a fantastic citrus fresh scent, and the price is just insanely cheap again. Really small bottle there, so it's easy to transport around. If you don't get amazing performance from it, you can still take it to work with you and reapply throughout the day. So yeah, I would say application on this, you can spray quite a few of these. I think ladies would really like it because they always like fresh scents. 3 sprays to the chest and 1 to each wrist. You walk in the pub and the ladies can't resist. Moving on then, we've got this one. It's been hyped up a little bit by a couple of people recently. So we've got Tobacco Collection from Zara. And it's Rich, Warm, Addictive, this one's called. It's an absolute dead ringer, some people are saying, for Herod by Parfums de Marly. So it's got a warm, rich, sweet, buttery feel with this one, with a lovely tobacco note. It's a really well-made fragrance. I was a bit skeptical about buying from Zara, the clothes shop, but this one's turned out to be great. I haven't smelled Herod for a while, and I've only smelled it once in a shop. But if what people are saying is true, this could be the substitute that you need for it. It's only cost me £12.99 for 100 mils. The scent on this one is really, really enticing, fantastic for cold weather. There's a butter-like note I find with this one, along with some booziness and sweetness. It could be cloying if over-applied, so just don't do that. But I find that it's an excellent value product, really well made. The bottle and everything doesn't look cheap in any way, and the value for money just crazy. So try this one out. I think it could be a safe blind buy if you've tried Herod by Parfums de Marly. I think ladies will like it too if they like rich, sweeter scents. And of course, how much the ladies flirt determines what I squirt. Last but not least then, it's going to be this one. It's Eau de Michons from the company whose name I always forget. They are called Le Couvent des Minimes, okay? So this is one of the best vanilla scents in the world, despite being ridiculously cheap. I got 500 mils, yes, for £12.99 in TK Maxx in the UK. I think online prices are not always that low, and there's a 250ml version that does come with a sprayer, which is more convenient. So you've got vanilla, you've got some benzoin, and I think there's a bit of a cedarwood note. There's more than just vanilla in this scent. Totally unisex, wonderfully warming, smells absolutely brilliant. Longevity I find to be really good, and yeah, for the money, absolutely wonderful. The packaging there is really nicely done, the label's brilliant. I've got the splash one. If you do get that one, of course, I find it a nuisance to use splash bottles, so I would recommend an atomizer. Something like these are the ones I'm going for at the moment because they're glass inside, and I like that because sometimes if things are in a plastic one for a long time, it can taint the aroma apparently. But it's not one of those annoying Travelo ones where you have to pump, because you can just unscrew it and you get a nice little bottle there, and then you can just spray in very carefully from your atomizer, or in the case of this one, unfortunately, you would have to have a funnel or a pipette, but it can be done. And it's glass, but it's not very easily breakable because it comes with this protective case. So I really like these style of atomizers if you can find them. Okay, so 5 good choices I would say there if you're looking for an inexpensive fragrance. Let me know what you thought of my choices, or any new inexpensive fragrances you've tried recently. I think there are some great buys out there. You don't have to buy designer fragrances or niche ones to smell amazing, and I'm always finding new ones, and I bet lots of you are too, so let me know about them in the comments below. Thanks very much for watching, and remember, whatever we're doing in life, let's project.